Hi, friends. In the spirit of fasting, here's a fasting insight that occurred to me while I was in a fasted state. Remember, I'm in ketosis, autophagy is revving up, growth hormone is being released, and all that sympathetic tone is making my mind soar with neurotransmitters. There's this ongoing theme being spoken about in our society. It's something like the American dream is with hard work, anything is possible. You too can make your own destiny. Maybe something akin to find a job you love and you will never work a day in your life. Absolute bullshit. These phrases might have worked post World War II when real estate in Manhattan was actually affordable, when inflation was not devastating, when student loans were not massive. But in 2024, and probably since the 2008 housing crisis, it is no longer a relevant phrase. To be honest, find a job you love is an absolute setup for a midlife crisis. If you look for love in your job, you will never be satisfied. You likely always will feel like something's wrong. And why is that? Because work is to be respected, not loved. I love my kids, I love my wife, I love my religion, but will a job ever be something you love? And usually what we mean by love is that we have this euphoria which just fuels us forever. Guys, work usually is not fun. It usually is a grind. It usually is a means to an end. And, this is key, finding an exception to the rule is not a rule. Taking that one lottery ticket winner, who I hate, who is someone euphoric every day, and holding it up as something we will all achieve and should strive for is a pyramid scam. Let's dive into this. First of all, being a billionaire, and one of the rich and famous is not everyone's destiny. Even if they want that, and who doesn't want to be that? It can't be. It's just simple math that proves that what we strive for is not always attainable. Merit and hard work will only get you so far. And it's far enough, actually. My personal belief is that opportunity, being 99% hard work and 1% luck, is wrong. Underneath that statement is a sort of belief that you can make your own luck. I truly believe that opportunity is 99% hard work and actually is 1% destiny. As in, and this is key, there are many, many people who put in the hard work, but there can only be one president of the United States, only so many billionaires, only so many rich and famous. Polls show all the time that people want to be rich and famous because they love a job that brings them riches and fame. It is nice to have means and it is nice to be recognized, but take this goal global and it is not attainable to everyone. The average GDP per capita was about $65,000 in the United States in 2022. In other words, you take all the output in the USA in the year, divide it by the number of households, and for most, the average household in America is earning $65,000 per year. Some sources say that real median household income was actually like $75,000. So, for 127 million households in America, representing 333 million people, that's what they earn. That's what they bring home. We are being told that we can be everything and anything, but in reality, many households are lucky enough to earn $75,000 a year. That doesn't sound like rich and famous. That doesn't sound like you can be everything and anything you ever wanted to be if you just work hard enough or are that neurotic. Now, does that mean the rest of us are screwed? No. We live in the wealthiest country in the world where an average living gets you a lot, like air conditioning, good food, a spacious house, maybe some land, some savings for a rainy day, and pretty much access to all the things that make life rich and wonderful, but not opulent and extravagant. I do believe God engineered the world so that families can live high quality and meaningful lives through the basic virtues and average means. However, there can only be one King David. Just because David was destined to be king doesn't mean God hated everyone else. Everyone else did just fine. Time to give some examples and statistics to break our paradigm. This is going to hurt. OnlyFans, the OnlyFans site, where porn is rampant with private subscriptions. Get this, millions of subscribers are on OnlyFans, and Black China, whoever the hell that is pulling in 15 million euros a month. Again, OnlyFans shows the lottery ticket winner raking in 15 million a month, and we all think, if I just sold my soul, at least I would be rich. We pat ourselves on the back and say, you see, I have this moral high ground. I will walk away from this life of fame and fortune to do what is right. But that is a lie. The average OnlyFans content creator actually makes $220 a month. Devastating. Devastating. The devil offers a few millions to get millions of people only a few dollars. Not everyone can be rich and famous. Don't chase that lie. Next, the online book industry. With just hard work, you can do anything. 1.4 million books are published every year on Amazon, who is the dominant online publisher worldwide. In 2023, the most popular book sold through Amazon was Prince Harry's Spar. I don't know how to say it. Selling 3 million copies in the first week. Guys, 90% of all self-published books through Amazon sell 100 copies ever. Not everyone can be rich and famous. I'm sure there were some fantastic books written that are literally buried so deep in the pile, the world will never see or even know what greatness existed. It's not personal. It's just sheer numbers. Music. In 2022, there were 103,000 self-identified musicians and singers. Taylor Swift in 2023 earned $1.8 billion. My daughter loves the piano and is a really good singer. Maybe someday. But the average salary for those other 103,000 people was $37,000. That means if mom and dad are both artists, I guess they earn just about the average GDP per capita every year. Government employees. There are 2.25 million military personnel and about the same number of civilian personnel. Less than 2% of all military personnel actually see combat. And civilian personnel, well, only one becomes president. The NFL, this is fascinating. 1 million high school football athletes, leading to 73,000 college athletes. That already seems like bad odds. Leading to 16,000 draft-eligible stars. And just 256 of them get brought onto the NFL through the draft. We went from 1 million to 256. That's rough. Podcasts. 5 million podcasts worldwide, with literally a handful of them reaching most listeners. I have about 4 that I listen to regularly. I wish I could listen to more, but there physically isn't enough time to hear anything more. There might as well only be 4 podcasts. Actors. This is fascinating. The Screen Actors Guild has 160,000 members. According to a documentary that came out in 2012, which was literally entitled That Guy Who Was in That Thing, states only 100 of them are recognizable by name to the public. The average Screen Actors Guild member makes $71,000 per year. By the way, Dwayne Johnson from The Rock, made $100 million last year. There are 160,000 people vying for 100 spots. Those are really bad odds. The same phenomenon exists in bodybuilding, with other artist types, and many other glamorous industries. My belief is that globalization has created immense scale and opportunity, but it has ruined the local guy. Every village used to have the fastest runner, the gifted singer, the great mind, but now the pool of competitors is literally over 8 billion people, as we are all interconnected through technology. A single freak of nature can wipe out scores of people who are really talented. Those people might even be just as good as the destined one, but there only are so many spots. I don't hate the world for this, but I do think we need to start aspiring for the right goals and being satisfied with a normal life, which is a good life. I'm not saying we should all be happy with poverty, being obese, and giving up on goals. No, a steady income, good health, and having side hustles is very realistic. I'm just saying that at least be aware of the odds of what we're striving for and make sure other things like health, family, religion, and community purpose are not sacrificed for a rainbow dream. By the way, you can never get to the end of a rainbow. Like that's the story. In summary, get married, have kids, take on a career that pays your bills and respect that, have hobbies and side hustles that make you feel euphoric from time to time, be satisfied with a world that was meant for all people to be at peace with who they are as they pursue what is right and good. Don't sacrifice everything that is good for what is likely rags, a loss of identity, and a compromise of your values. It likely is not even a good time and doesn't really pay that much. Fasting Insights.